Next up, I want to add another activity. And again, to add another activity, I'm going to click on this Add New button. And this is going to be like an onboarding checklist. I want my trainees to do a bunch of tasks before they start digging into the learning material. So to do that, I'm going to use a new activity we've recently released called a checklist activity. And this checklist activity you can find over here. So I'm going to click on that button and it adds a checklist activity. And the cool thing about the checklist activity is that it'll only complete when learners have checked all of these three, or with however many boxes you've got. And I find this is a really handy thing if there's a procedural thing that learners need to do. So if there's a step-by-step type of instruction, and often learners miss a step and then it breaks the process or something. So this is a nice way of making sure that they stick to everything they need to do. So my first things first activity has a few instructions. I'm just going to copy that over from my example here. And the first things first activity is, let's call it that first. And they've got 3 tasks. So I want them to subscribe to a few newsletters. And second up, I want them to update a few settings. And finally, I want them to find a mentor. And there we go. So now learners can go through here, and once they've completed each of these tasks, they can tick them off. Now that they have kind of done some of the orientation tasks, I want them to get to know our product and then do a little quiz to make sure that they've actually learned about the product. So to do that, I'm going to add another activity, and this time it's going to be a quiz. So I'm going to click on this quiz activity, and I'm going to call this one product overview and quiz. Okay, and in this product overview and quiz, I'm going to include some instructions and just some learning material. I've found that adding the learning material as like the same activity as the quiz is often like more efficient. There's fewer things to click on. So here are the instructions, and this activity is all about Google Workspace. And now I want to actually create my quiz questions. So to do that, I can click on this Create Quiz button, and it takes me to the quiz creation tool. You can see there's a bunch of ways where we can format our questions, and then we can type our questions into here. I'm going to, again, copy some quiz questions that I've got. So the first question is, what is Google Workspace? And then I'll give them 2 options, option 1 and option 2. And we can pretend after I've added these that there'll be a bunch more questions in this quiz. I've selected this check mark here to confirm that this is the correct answer. And then I can also add help text in case learners get the answer wrong. And I can also change the type of question. So it can be multiple choice or even open-ended, and we can have single select or multiple select questions. So I've added my quiz question, and I'm going to go back. Quiz is set up.